It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we'll see the Steelers, leader at quarterback. He's fifth in the NFL in passing yards entering this week. It's the Steelers and the Dolphins under the lights on Monday night.
It is time for football as we welcome you to another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Thanks for having us in. Chill in the air. Folks are bundled in the seats and on the field. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson. A bit warmer up here in the booth. These cold weather games, Greg, always interesting to watch how it impacts the players down on the field.
Absolutely, and these nights are kind of tricky, Mike, right? It's how much do you want to spend preparing for it, thinking about it, and really letting it almost become like a mental factor leading into the game? But you also have to be prepared. What are you going to wear? How are you going to keep yourself not only warm, but then be able to go out there and perform and be functional, and you're not running around with a parka on. So it is a very delicate balance between being comfortable and being functional, and the teams that handle those conditions, especially in pregame, tend to have the advantage once the game's kicked off.
So pleased to have you along. This should be a good one. We're set, and off we go here on EA Sports. Oh, no, right at the start, he loses the football. Special Teams has come up with the recovery. Here's 1st and 10. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. Oh, the first play, and he is intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Ramsey.
When you find yourself in this situation, Mike, you're on defense, you're defending your own goal line, you got to take some chances. You got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with a pick to save them some points.
The Miami offense will make their way onto the field, led by their quarterback. Of Alabama, Tua Tagovailoa.
The thing that stuck out to me, Mike, was when we met with him this week, immediately, right at the start of the production meeting, was his ability to take ownership of last week's loss. He said, listen, if I don't make those 2 interceptions, we probably win that game. And when you go back and watch the tape, I love how hard he is on himself. He played pretty good ball. If he can eliminate those couple bad throws, a couple bad decisions, when he's good, he is as good as there is in the NFL.
And he will not be able to get free, picking up only a yard. Now, it's 3rd down. They'll try and run it here. It's Achan. Punt team comes out. Dolphins going to kick it away, as he'll hit this from just outside of his own goal line. This will be returned from the other side of midfield, and he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. George Pickens and the Steelers offense heading back onto the field. And he is right up there amongst the league leaders when it comes to receiving yards by a wideout this year. And he finds some space, tackled after a gain of 7 on first down. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming.
Let's go now.
Now, faking the give. Down the field, it's caught on that left sideline. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15. In the red zone now, he'll drop to throw. A throw on the run is complete. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9. They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. They'll run, and here's the rookie from Notre Dame. And he will have the first down. Not a huge run, but enough to move the chains. He'll drop to throw. To the goal line and in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. That's the 5th touchdown for him on the year.
And this is what good offenses in the NFL do, Mike. It's the ability to bounce back, even if the onset of the game doesn't go exactly according. Everybody wants to take their opening possession and go down there and come away with a touchdown. But it's not always going to be perfect. You turn it over on possession 1. What are you going to do in response on possession 2? Well, we just got our answer, and they took it down for 6.
Nothing is our score as this kick is sent into the air. Now return coming from the 7. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Dolphins offense ready to take over for their 2nd possession. They were forced to punt the first time through. It led to a touchdown, so down 7-0 as they get the ball back for 1st and 10. Here's 2nd and 6. They'll stay on the ground with Achan. And he is not going to get away. Might have gotten a yard, but it will set up 3rd down. Out of the gun, Tagovailoa. Oh, he tried to throw it back across his body, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Tarvarius Ward.
Well, with this guy might lose a little bit, Mike, as he gets long in the tooth. He certainly makes up for it in experience. You're not going to be able to do a lot of things to trick him on the back end. He reads this play right from the jump, makes a great break on the ball, and if that ball hits his hands more times than not, it's going to be a takeaway.
Here comes the Pittsburgh offense now, heading back onto the field. They've got the lead, and they'll set forth trying to build on it. They're going to do that with excellent field position. Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10.
60 by 6, 60.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he's going to run out of time. They get to him and bring him down. They'll look to pick up the pace.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
At the 44-yard line.
On play action, he'll set up to throw. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. And he might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a 3rd down. He'll let this go for Pickens. That is knocked away downfield, incomplete. He made sure not to let the receiver get behind him. 3rd down stop sets up 4th down.
So I like the aggressiveness of the call, but as the rest of the game unfolds, Mike, there needs to be better overall execution. A little bit cleaner. The next thing you know, they're going to hit some of those big shots.
And he cannot get the throw off. He's going to be sacked. And they will turn it over on downs. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. And the defense right on that. I don't know if keeping would have done any better. No gain on that one. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. From the gun, here's Tua. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Tua. That's taken in by Achane. And he will be out of bounds on what will turn out to be Tua, going to give it to Achane. It'll be a short pickup down to the 31. It was Jeremy Chin that time up to make the stop. Here's a 2nd and 9.
All right, come on.
Tua. No one open. He'll drop it to his running back. And he'll be stopped short of the 1st down. He's able to look it in and get forward for a pickup of about 8. They'll send a tight end in motion. Tua going to throw here on 3rd and 1. He's got his man right side. It's complete. That's his first reception of the ballgame, and it really comes at a good time as they get the conversion on 3rd down. Here's a give to Achane. And a nice run. It's down to the 5-yard line. Tua going to throw. Under pressure, and now he's going to go down back at the 8-yard line.
If there's one positive remaining, it's the fact that they're still in scoring position. But with the way they've been able to move the ball down here in the red zone, they're thinking 6. But after that last sack,
that one taken in. Devon Achane. Touchdown, Miami. An extra point attempt to follow. The kick is good. And the Dolphins will level things out at 7 apiece. So back to level after the touchdown. And time for the kickoff. Isaiah Rodgers now to return it. Good return here. Brings it up to the 33-yard line. Steelers offense make their way out to take over once more. We'll try to break out of this deadlock. We are all even at 7. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Ramsey. And he's going to give a short field to his offense here as they try to break the tie.
Hey, get safe.
Out of the pistol, here's Tua. He'll throw it left and has his running back.
Great example of first down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly second down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
And he's in. Touchdown, Dolphins. Greg, they take advantage of the good field position and move it downfield for the score.
When you take the field as an offense, there's a little added confidence boost, Mike, when you see yourself this close to the end zone. You get into the huddle, you're anxious to see what the next couple plays are. They're able to take advantage and end up punching it in.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. The Steelers offense ready to get back at it. They trail now 14-7 as they'll come up for 1st and 10. That one knocked away and incomplete. He was looking for George Pickens there, and it'll be 2nd down. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. To the tight end, and he fits it in on the corner route. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. Set to go now on 1st and 10.
Here we go.
They'll look to throw. That is caught downfield by Pickens. A gain there of 24 yards. That's a Steeler 1st down. They'll look to throw again. And for the 3rd time in this 1st half, he's been intercepted. Picked off by Javon Holland.
I'm not going to sit here, Mike, and say there's ever a good time to throw a red zone interception. But in this case, it's the 1st half. You have the rest of the game to get yourself back down here in the red zone and make up for that miscue because...
And that pressure too great. He's going to be sacked in the end zone. And that is a safety. So first the decision to throw down here backed up near your own goal line. And the defense gets to the quarterback, sacking him, Greg, in the end zone for a safety.
Mike, anytime you're willing to call a pass backed up this deep in your side of the field, you have to trust that your quarterback is going to have the clock in his head to get the ball out of his hand. In this case, he holds on to it too long.
Now here's another ball that's intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Ramsey. And he is going to bring this one back. A DB's dream. A pick 6 for touchdown. Now the try for an extra point. He's got it. And the Dolphins add on one more as they extend their 2nd quarter lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. On the return is Rodgers. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Steelers offense ready to see what they can do. And they're going to work with a little momentum after that free kick. It's 1st and 10. He'll let this go for Pickens. That's caught. And he's going to be dragged down, but not until he's inside the 25. He'll look to throw. Got his man at the 6. And he will score. Touchdown, Steelers.
Mike, we used to have a saying that it was the responsibility of the receiver to run the route through the eyes of the quarterback. And I think this is a great example here. 2 guys clearly on the same page. Quarterback expected his target to be in a certain place at a certain time. He's there, ball's delivered accurately. He's able to pick up the rest with his legs, and that's a big-time connection for the touchdown.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This returnable from the 4. And he'll bring it out to the 22-yard line. That's where the offense will take the field. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Back to throw is Tua. He'll look over the middle and find his running back. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down. Tagovailoa working out of the pistol. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete. Here's a 3rd down and 4. A tight end in motion now. Tua now on 3rd down. Nowhere to go. He is taken down.
We're starting to see in these passing situations, Mike, this defensive line is starting to have their way against this group up front because right now, their pass protection is breaking down and his quarterback's paying the price for it.
And it's a good solid return as he takes it back up near midfield. The Steelers offense going to take over here in the last minute of this first half. The deficit is 5, so they'll try to put a drive together here, and they'll begin it with 1st and 10. Checking it down, this one is caught. That's a nice pickup on a 1st down throw. It's a gain of 8. They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. Back to throw. Nowhere to go. He's going to be taken down. Now Pittsburgh will bang a timeout here. That's their 2nd as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Oh, for the 5th time, he is intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Brooks. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead. On 1st down, Tagovailoa. And they're going to get to him and take him down, taken back to the other side of midfield. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Now it's Tua. He's going to run it. And the quarterback scrambling, maneuvers his way back to the line of scrimmage. But that's all he can get out of that one.
Go ahead.
3rd and long. Here's Tua. That's deep for the back of the end zone. That's going to be incomplete. They took a shot on the final play. Prayer not answered. And that is how this first half will come to an end.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. And welcome in, everyone. This is the EA Sports Halftime Report. So let's get you caught up on what's going on around the National Football League. We'll begin up at Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte, where it was the Panthers who were able to come away with the home victory. Xavier Legette, a touchdown catch in the victory. Next, we head off to check out another game, and it was the visiting LA Rams who get the victory in that one. The Rams have a long road back to 500, but they do move to 3-8 with the victory. Lastly, let's check on
And instead, why don't we get right back to it as we'll get ready for the 3rd quarter. Pretty interesting first half. We'll see if any strategy changes for the next 30 minutes or more as this second half gets underway. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. 1st and 10. The home team's offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. He'll let this go for Pickens. That is knocked away. Incomplete. Good coverage there defensively. All over him. And it'll be 2nd down.
70 range. Let's go.
Now they'll set up to throw. And he's just throwing ducks up there. Another ball intercepted. Brought down. What a turn of events here. He has given his guys 1st and 10 in the red zone. A pistol set with Tagovailoa. His throw on 1st down is going to be incomplete.
Goes without saying, Mike, you have to be smart with the ball, especially down here in the red zone. You're already in scoring position. I understand they're trying to come away with a touchdown, but at the very least, come away with 3. Worst case scenario is you turn.
He is in. Devon Achane. Touchdown, Miami. That's a 2-touchdown game for numbers 7 and 8 for the season. The extra point is good, and the Dolphins will extend this 3rd quarter lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. On the return is Rodgers. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. Drive will start on the ground. And this rough day on the ground continues. They're going to drop him behind the line again.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here. Timing and trust, critical elements of this quick passing game. If your target and the quarterback are not on the same page, it winds up being an incompletion and a wasted down.
And that is incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, Mike. Living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
Oh, how about the coverage there? Met and dropped before he can get a return going. They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. They'll start on the ground. It's Achane. And he'll get up beyond the 40 to the 41-yard line. Buda Baker active and making the tackle there. Here's 2nd and 9. Once again, it's Achane. Achane, a 1st down, and then some.
It's definitely nice to have one of those bruising, punishing backs kind of help wear down the defense. But I'll tell you what, you can give me a flat-out electric runner like this guy any day of the week. He can turn on those jets, get in that high gear, and he is gone.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Tagovailoa. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. From the gun, here's Tua. That's complete. It's Jalen Waddle. Just his 1st catch. They have held him in check so far, but that one gives him a 1st down. A shotgun snap for Tua. Oh, in trouble. Down he goes.
If they win this game, this pass rush is going to be a big reason why. The 5 sacks speak for itself, but their ability to disrupt the timing of this offense, that can't be overstated.
Off he goes. And he's able to take this for good yardage before sliding and hitting the deck to end the play. Here comes 3rd and 6. To throw is Tua. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just... out of his hand, and live to play another snap.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. On the return is Rodgers, and they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. The home team's offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. They need to start making some inroads here, down 2 scores as they begin this drive with first down. A gain there of 17. He'll drop to throw. That one to the sideline and incomplete, and a penalty flag now comes in late.
Potential grounding.
Maybe no receiver in the area on that one.
Ready up. Warriors 70. Here we go.
He'll let this go for Pickens. He's got it. And he will go all the way. George Pickens. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A beautiful combination in the air there. The pass downfield and bringing it the rest of the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And it's really just a great route, Mike, and then a beautiful throw. The accuracy of the throw is what allowed the receiver not only to secure the catch, but then be able to turn it up and finish the play and find himself in the end zone.
Very good kickoff. Returnable from the 4. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. Devon Achane ready to take the field with the rest of his Miami offensive teammates. The advantage is 8. We'll see if they can make this a 2-score game on this drive. First down and 10. On the ground to start the drive, it's Achane. And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up second down.
Hey, come on, 2. Come on, 2. Come on, 2. All right, come on. Help.
Here's Tungo Vailoa. Now he'll run it.
I love this call, Mike. Second down and short. One of the best downs in football to take a shot. Give credit to the defense. They were ready for it. And a nice job by the quarterback, realizing there's nothing downfield. Take off, turn into a runner, pick up the first down.
Here's a 2nd and 6. So, 3 quarters have come and gone. Back with more Monday Night Football after this.
Get set. Right. Ready.
Here's 2. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
Hey, go set.
Slot man in motion right. Throwing on 3rd down, Tungo Vailoa. He'll try and get there on the ground.
And that's a great job defensively here on 3rd down. Not only taking away all the options down the field through the air, but when the quarterback decides to turn into a runner himself, they're able to converge and make the play and keep him short of the first down.
Oh, how about that hit? Wow. He took a pretty good lick at the end of that one. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. They'll begin here on the ground. And he'll get forward for a couple. It's second down. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. Looking for his tight end on the corner route. He's got it.
When you think back to the first half, Mike, just how well he threw the ball, and you thought maybe this defense would come up with some answers in the second half to slow him down, but so far, that has proven to not be the case.
Tight end going in motion here. Now a give up the middle. It'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. On 2nd and 10, they'll try to throw. And he just does get that one away. He was being chased down, forced the awkward throw. And maybe he's fortunate that all it is an incompletion. Big play coming up. This is 3rd down. He's got his man. It's Pickens. Take a look at his receiving numbers. So he has been terrific. Over 100 yards in this one. They'll look to throw. Rush comes. They're setting up the screen. And he's not going to get too far. Tackled after a gain of just a yard.
Just a little slow developing on that screenplay there. It was pretty obvious to the entire defense exactly what was going on. Nobody was thinking pass. Nobody was getting back into their drops, and just nowhere for that back to go.
He'll get about 6 before he's taken down. They'll come up to 3rd and 3.
60 Bison, 60 Bison.
Try to pick this one up on the ground. He's going nowhere. That call, not the right one. It's going to bring up 4th down.
No gain on the play. It's 4th down.
Now, faking the give. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag comes in. That might make this a 1st down. In the red zone now, he'll drop to throw. That's to the end zone, but they can't connect. It's incomplete.
The defender saw this the entire way, Mike. He actually ran the route before the receiver even got to his spot. I think they're fortunately this one didn't end up getting picked and going the other way.
They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down. He'll look to throw. Taking off, he'll try to get there.
That's a great job defensively. Even though they let him escape the rush initially, there was nowhere to go with either their ball or as a runner, and they're able to force 4th down.
Gotta have it, 4th and 4. They'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete. They had their chance. They took it there. Look, they're trailing late. Gotta let it fly. This will wind up a turnover on down. On 1st and 10, it's Achane. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 20.
This is the moment in the game, Mike, where it really matters to have a run game. You find yourself winning here late. You want to try to run the clock out and finish with the ball. And boy, do they ever. Give credit to this offensive line and running back. They came through when their team needed them the most.
He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe gets a yard out of that one. It's 2nd down. On the handoff, this is Achane. And he'll get 4 here, up to the 24-yard line. Now Pittsburgh will bang a timeout here. That's their 2nd. And a stoppage comes with just over a minute to play in this one. On third down, they'll go with Achane. This will not do the trick. They've stopped him behind the line. Fourth down coming up. Punt team headed out for the Dolphins as they try to play the field position game here, protecting a fourth quarter lead. This fielded inside the 35. And he'll be brought down. Short return. And they'll take over there. The home team's offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. The deficit is 8 as this drive begins with 1st and 10. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
Javon Holland, tight coverage, and he's able to break that one up. Here's a big one, this 3rd down. He'll take a shot here for the end zone. That is incomplete. Here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's 4th down. He's going to dial up another deep ball. And that is incomplete. They had their chance. They took it there. Look, they're trailing late. Got to let it fly. This will wind up a turnover on downs.
And it all came down to that play. The offense finds themselves trailing, all out of their timeouts. The defense knew they were one stop away from ending this game, and they came up big when their team needed it.
So a win here for the visiting Dolphins. They bounced back from the loss last week, really put in a determined effort, and will come away with the victory. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. Good night, everybody.